Okay, so in case you missed it, I did cover prior videos about these two women, and it's listed underneath my playlist, Sick and Twisted Mothers. It's in the playlist. You'll see these two women, and you will see some other ones too. That's equally, maybe even worse than these two women in that playlist, Sick and Twisted Mothers. So we have two women here. One is a school teacher, the other one is a counselor. And they just have so much in common. But before I start, I want to just read a few quotes about teachers. Everyone has seen this quote. If you can read this, thank your teacher. The influence of a good teacher can never be erased. What the teacher is more important than what he teaches. Well, in this case, it should be she teaches, but then we have some quotes about counselors. Counselors are architects of inner healing, helping us to build a foundation for a brighter future. Emotional detectives, helping us uncover the hidden truths within ourselves. And I can't promise to fix all your problems, but I can promise you won't face them alone. So, again, we're talking about a teacher and a counselor. Alissa McCommon and Payton Shire. So, Alissa McCommon, she is 38 years old. Payton Shire, she is 24 years old. One is from Covington, and she teaches at a school in Covington. And the other one is from Ohio. That's where she does her social work from the Youth Advocate Program. They both did these disgusting deeds in September, ironically. Now, Miss McCommon, I wonder if that's what the child called her, or when they were outside of the school, did he just call her Alissa? I'm going to refresh your memory a little bit. Alissa McCommon, she would get on, she was a gamer, or she pretended she was a gamer, and that's how she would attract these young people. And she would send them pictures of her naked. I mean, she's sending children these pictures. Now, mind you, once again, I'm going to have to watch a lot of things that I say so I won't get like a yellow on this video. So she would send pictures, and eventually she would meet up with, I'm going to just say this one student. It might be more, but right now we're talking about this one student here who is 12 years old. And they would meet up and they would engage. Now, she was arrested for what had happened, and I'd like to say it was her husband. Now, I think I also said that in the last video that I did, it was her husband, I believe, that went through her phone and found these videos of her and had reported her. However, she was arrested, and she had actually bonded out on a $25,000 bond. She had no contact. No contact. Do not get in touch with this boy, anything. But she does. She gets like a burner phone, and she calls him, and she's telling him that you will regret this. She also goes as low as to say that she's pregnant, and that she already loves this baby, and that she will raise this baby by herself. Now, she has a whole husband at home. And when she got arrested, her husband was looking at her get arrested. She has 2 daughters at home. I believe one might be even older than her alleged baby father. You know, I mean, it's terrible. But this is the circumstances that we're in right now with Alissa McCommon. She has a family, look like she's in a nice house. You know, she's a teacher, husband there. Can't really see if he's, you know, what he looks like. He's just looking at his wife like, look at you, you know, like, just, it's awful. It's just awful. But, you know, she gets arrested for that. And now I believe she may still be in jail right now. So then we have Payton Shires. She's 24 years old. Again, Ohio social worker. Now, the boy's mother had seen videos of her engaged with this 13-year-old. And she's the one that is oh so attractive that when I posted the video on TikTok, there was one person that kept saying, that this child should have been happy that, he was being abused by, he didn't say abused, but happy that, she was so pretty and that he wished that could have been him, yada, yada, yada. And she's so similar because she gets locked up for her crime. When the mother seen them engaging and, she even called her and she admitted it, that she did it. And she said that they were in a relationship. So she openly said, "Oh, I'm in a relationship with your 13-year-old son." She was arrested, bonded out $500,000. And then she's not supposed to have any contact with this 13-year-old. So what does she do? She goes over there. The boy's mother sees her sitting outside and on the Ring camera, and she's out there and she has to her head, and she's threatening to unlive and threatening to kill his mother. So the police are called. She went there because she needed to tell them that they were ruining her life. They were ruining her life. And she was pregnant. And I believe I said in my other video, is it by this child? Because she has a whole fiance that she's been engaged to, I believe, for 2 years. And they've been married for 5 years. They've been knowing each other for 5 years. And they have a child. And if I'm recalling things in my other video, she talks about, her beautiful house, her 3 dogs, and, the things that she worked hard for. And she's achieved all this by the time she was 24. She's happy about that. I mean, she should be happy about that. However, she decided to cheat, flat out cheat on her fiance with a 13-year-old boy. And her fiance, I don't know how these men feel, Your wife and your fiance, they're out there sleeping with children. I mean, I don't know how they freaking feel. It's going to be very interesting to see their sentences because, they're saying, oh, they face life. I think they said Payton definitely faces life because she definitely made matters worse. Not only was she involved in the SA of a child, but then she went there to threaten to harm his mother and to unlive herself because of situations she made. You're ruining my life. It's like, Payton, honey, you ruined your own life when you decided to initiate, and I know she did, initiate this on a child. You ruined your own life. Because if it was the other way around and he initiated on you, then what you should did was say, look, he did such and such and such and such. I don't want to counsel him anymore. I don't want to. I'm uncomfortable with this situation. I don't want to. But I strongly believe she did initiate it, and now she wants to blame somebody else for what she did. For the fact that her fiance might not want to continue to put a ring on it. And, they have 2 kids now. Or they definitely have 1. And like I said in my other video, this second child that she's pregnant with, I mean, who knows? Mama's baby, daddy's baby. Who knows? And Alissa McCommon, they said that, I don't know if she's taken a pregnancy test, but on a phone call, she was telling him, that she's going to have to raise this baby alone and just leave her alone. Just go away. So she tried to end it quietly with a 12-year-old before she got the burner phone and, was stalking him. So just very interesting. We have these two women that you would think would be having a pretty decent life and doing other stuff instead of preying on children when they have whole men at home. And they're out there doing this. Wow, right?